Yo, okay, so this is going to be my response to Ricky Millington. Thank you for replying, man. Highly appreciate it. I was waiting all day yesterday for your reply, and I hadn't heard from you. I didn't get a reply, and to be honest with you, I was getting a bit worried. I was about to call the ambulance because, let's face it, right? You're fast enough to talk shit behind people's back on other people's channel, but when it's to do with saying something to that person on their channel, you've got nothing to say at all. Let's face it. But anyways, you replied, and yeah, welcome back, nonetheless. And yeah, thank you for your reply. It's good seeing your name on my channel again in so long, because you was an old school viewer before I caught you talking shit behind my back. But anyways, nonetheless, thank you for your reply, and that's what this video is going to be about. So you replied to my video where I was showing where women was leading me on and playing games and saying how they were going to meet me, and then all of a sudden they come out with an excuse as to why they can't meet me. So I went on your reply, and your reply is a paragraph. So I'm going to go over some of the things that you've said. The first one being is you were saying about how I reek of desperation and how I'm desperate and I'm coming across as desperate and whatever. Okay, so if that is the case, why are these women talking to me, loving my messages, and agreeing to meet me? I mean, please do, sir, answer that one, because I'm very intrigued to what the reply would be. Because I'm pretty sure if you was coming across in any kind of bad way, they wouldn't be replying, loving your messages, and agreeing to meet you. I'm pretty sure of that. Now, did I say loving messages? Oh, I did, which gets me onto my second point. Now, the first thing I'm going to ask you before getting onto the second point is, Ricky, I'm not trying to offend you or belittle you or make fun out of you or anything like that, but have you been to Specsavers recently? And if you haven't been to Specsavers, I highly recommend you doing so, even though you might have to go to Leeds or Sheffield to go to one, because it wouldn't surprise me that there's not one in Hull, because Hull being Hull, deprived and all of that. You might have to travel to Sheffield or Leeds. But anyways, just go to your local um, Specsavers. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because your second point was you were saying about how I was loving women's messages and putting love hearts on their messages, and you was basically trying to make a point of that's contributing to the reason why women lead me on and waste my time and say they're going to meet me and then they don't meet me. Now, if you haven't got anything wrong with your eyesight, which gets onto the Specsavers point, you would have surely to God seen that they were loving my messages before I was loving their messages. And there was a lot of them where they've loved my first message, and there was a lot of them where I never loved their messages and they loved my messages. And they loved more of my messages than I loved their messages. So I find it very, very strange how you seem to dismiss all of the things that they loved of my messages, but you seem to cling on to the ones that I did, which makes me think that you've clearly got something wrong with your eyesight. Here's a bit of friendly advice, Ricky. If you are going to try to critique what somebody has done in the future, you might want to make sure that the women haven't done exactly the same thing in their messages that you're accusing me of fucking doing. And that is actually a bit of friendly advice, and it will help you go far in life. Because let's go by fucking Ricky Millington's logic, right? So a woman can love your messages on WhatsApp, put a love heart. That's completely fine. That's cute. That's a-okay. That's all right. But you, as soon as you love one of their messages, mate, you're a weirdo. You're desperate. There's something wrong with you. It gives them every excuse in the book to lead you on, and they will lead you on, my son. So as soon as you love any one of their messages, even though they've loved a lot of yours, mate, they're going to lead you on, and rightfully so, son. Don't you ever, ever, ever love any woman's message on WhatsApp, because that is a crime. Do you understand how stupid that sounds? It sounds ridiculous, because it is ridiculous. Because if you're trying to contribute that to being a problem, then surely to God, these women that were loving my messages were also the same problem as me. So it just make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense what you're saying. Now let's get on to the second bit because I don't want to drag on to that. So you were saying about how what I'm saying is too much and what I'm doing is too much. Starting with the voice notes. Now, I don't know, Ricky, but I don't think there is meeting requirements that you need to pass to be able to send somebody a fucking voice note. I mean, Jesus Christ, you know, I send voice notes to people all the time and they send voice notes to me all the time. Instagram, Facebook, you know, whatever. People that I haven't even met. Why can't you send somebody a voice note that you've only met fucking once? I mean, people do it all the time. Ricky, there's no requirement that you need to meet somebody, for example, 26 times before you can send them a voice note. You've met someone once, can't send them a voice note, mate. That's a criminal offence. Huh? I mean, I've received voice notes from people that I've met once, and I've also sent voice notes. Isn't that just a thing that people choose to do? I didn't know you had to meet somebody 26 times before being able to send them a fucking voice note. Another thing you might want to make sense, you know, before saying these kind of things, Ricky. You know, there's people that don't meet people that send voice notes. I don't get your point. There's no connection between the two. There's no, you need to meet somebody several times to be able to send them a voice note. It doesn't make sense, you know? And then you were saying about how I was asking women, do they like me? What do they like about me? And ta-ta-ta-ta. Now, with this one, Ricky, I was just asking a question because it opens chat to be able to flirt with them. If they say, I like this about you, I can say I like that about you. And to be honest with you, it's not as bad as you're making out. It's just a question. Okay. But what about all of the ones where I didn't ask that, Ricky? What about the ones where they didn't reply to the first message? What about the one that, you know, replied back and didn't reply back again? What about the one that agreed to meet me, then said on the day she was supposed to meet me that she was apparently getting back with her ex? There was no voice notes there. There was no love hearts there. There was no fucking asking questions there, Rickster. So it seems very much that you've picked out conversations that suit yourself, that you think you can critique and that you're going to win the argument. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, you know, and that's it. What about all of them messages? Tell us. What about all of them ones that had none of these things that you're saying? Huh? And that's that. And the other thing is you were saying about how I said to a woman that I was going to go to a city. Make it right, Ricky. I said I was going to go to her country, and I'll explain it if you want me to. Yeah. So that woman I was speaking to for about a month. Met her. She was from Finland. Met her on a Sunday. She seemed down to earth. She seemed nice. She seemed okay, to be honest. And to be honest with you, I said to her prior, like, would you meet me if I come there? And she said, yeah. And because I was dealing with shit with women in this country, the mind games, the bullshit, I thought, you know what, at this point, something's got to give. I'm getting a bit older. You know, if I need to go to Finland to spend time with a woman, why not? You only live once. And to me, that's fine. You know, she's agreed to meet. We was talking. We've met in person. You know, you only live once. Why not try and meet a woman in Finland? Why not try to expand your fucking horizons? Something that you might not know anything about. So I don't think I was wrong in doing that. Then, the thing that makes me laugh, the last one is, you were saying, stop trying to meet women because you don't know them. Ah? I mean, isn't that how you get to know somebody? By meeting them, talking to them, and trying to meet them for a date to try to get to know more about them. I mean, isn't that normal? Because I hate to break it to you, Ricky, but everybody starts off as strangers. So if you go on a date in that, right, don't meet anyone because, oh, I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. Or if you speak to somebody on Instagram, oh, I can't meet you because I don't know you. I don't know you. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, if anything, you approaching a woman in person should make her want to trust you more because, A, there's various different reasons. She sees what you look like. She's more probably inclined to trust you because she's met you face to face. She gave your number. She's typing. You go on a date. to try to get to know someone? Isn't that the whole point of meeting new people? Like, correct me if I'm fucking wrong. I mean, let me give you a fun fact, Rickster. You know USA Izzy, when I first met her, her very first message was, do you want to meet on Tuesday? Uh-huh. There's women on dating apps that have come to my house within the same day. But they didn't know me, Rickster, did they? They didn't fucking know me. So me getting a woman's number from a fucking nightclub and trying to meet her within a fucking week, you can't do that because you don't know her. But women, oh yeah, they can say they want to meet you within the first message. Yeah, they could meet somebody the same day on a dating app. They could do all of these things, but you try to meet a woman within a week, I'm calling the fucking police on you because you don't know her. So stop it. Make it make sense. I don't think anything that you have wrote in that paragraph made any sense. I mean, it's mad because you do hear all of these excuses. Like, you will meet a woman, right, from a nightclub or on the street or whatever it is, and you will try to meet her within a week, and then you get all of these people that say, oh, you're trying to meet her too fast. You're trying to meet her too fast. I mean, and you're thinking to yourself, what are you supposed to do? Talk to a woman for 10 years? I mean, why can't you meet somebody within a week? If you've approached somebody, you've got to know them in person, you're texting, why do you need to long it out? I don't understand. I really, really don't understand. But yeah, a woman, she can meet you the same day. She can meet you the next day. But you try to meet a woman you approached, you don't know her. Do not even bother. The double standards and the hypocrisy in everything that you have wrote is beyond me. It really, really is. You know, it is strange. It's very strange. So what, a woman can meet somebody in the same day, or try to meet somebody within the first message, and that's fine. But yet a man that's trying to find a relationship, trying to meet women and get to know them on dates, you can't do that because you don't know her. What the fuck? Am I missing something here, Ricky? Because I don't understand your point. I really, really don't. You know, you're saying that I can't try to meet a woman who I've approached to go on a date with to get to know her because I don't know her. But then it's okay for a woman to try to meet somebody the same day or within the first message or there and then. But I can't try to find a girlfriend. I can't try and find a date because I don't know someone. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. I'll be very, very curious to see what your response will be.